people often have the wrong idea about hypnosis. And I wondered if you could explain a little bit more to everybody about how hypnosis actually works.
Well, first of all, we're using this subject called hypnosis every day of our lives. We're going into certain states where we are concentrating on something and we stay focused, or we drive along a road and we forget where to turn off, or we turn off in the wrong direction because we've gone into certain states of the mind. Now, what also happens is we think we are not in a certain state, but what is actually happening is we are all the time in hypnotic states. When we start clearing our belief systems, when we start clearing our life and sorting things out, you are then dehypnotizing the programs that have been around you for many, many years. So a lot of the misnomers and the problems of hypnosis is stage shows. The main theme of what I would like to impart over to everybody is that self-hypnosis is exactly that. It's you taking charge, bringing yourself into a open state where you know you're in a hypnotic state, but your mind is very clear, because you can't do it if you were unconscious. In actual fact, that is also a misnomer. You're always in a state of hearing. So when you're learning how to do self-hypnosis, the ability to do that is going to transform you completely, because you'll have more confidence. You're able to take programs that have been inherent in your life for many, many years. You can find out where they are and neutralize them, and you become a better person.
In terms of the workshop on self-hypnosis, what are the real benefits that people are going to be able to walk away with? How will it benefit their everyday life if they come and attend your self-hypnosis workshop?
So when you join that session, what is happening is, first of all, I'm going to give you a bit of a map of how it all works. And then I'm going to take everybody into a hypnotic state so that they can explore it, can feel it. And then I'm going to train you how to implement it into your life. So the first thing is to show you that you most probably have been doing this for a very, very long time, going into hypnotic states, but you weren't aware that you were in a particular state. Most people think when you hypnotize, you've got to be in a strange space. And it's not true. The space that you're going to go into is a quiet space where your mind will slow down, not chatter so much, and your heartbeat slows down, your body begins to repair itself, and you're able in that space to focus on a particular subject that you would like to change. As an example, maybe it's to do with giving up smoking. Then you can train yourself that you have no desire to smoke. And over a period of time, you will find that this is very, very effective. So you can pick it where it can be a serious thing that you want to work on or a minor thing. I always suggest in the beginning, take it lightly in the beginning, start with small things, notice how effective it is, and notice when you take yourself into the hypnotic state, how it feels.
Is there any other information that you would like to share with people regarding this workshop?
Well, the first thing is you're going to realize you can go into a hypnotic state. That is my greatest excitement, if you could say, for me. And the reward for me is to show you that you can. And once you've broken that kind of mindset, you're going to have incredible experiences over those 3 days.
You've often spoken about hypnosis being the waste of the hourglass, the sort of gateway
Yes,
that you have to go through to get into a spiritual state.
into meditation, etc.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit about that?
Well, when you are going into a hypnotic state, uh, it is the way you have to go through the state, no matter whether people say you can't, you don't, or whatever. You are going to enter a certain space where you, like an hourglass, the thin little bit that you're going through with the sand, where it drops to the other um, part of the container, that's the part that you have to go through. When you go through that, you can then go into states like meditation. They're very, very similar in many ways. People take themselves into meditations and they levitate, they slow their breathing down, they do lots of things like that. But they have to go through that portal. And when you've done that, you enter into a range where it's extraordinary where you can go, what you can do in that space. So it's one of the ways of giving it to a person is to say that. But also there are, when I learned, there was about 52 stages of hypnosis. So, and they've varied and it's changed and it's done quite a lot of things in it. Also, with hypnosis, if you're going into more the spiritual depth of it, you can also develop seeing auras, develop your own spiritual growth more, enhance it so much more to be able to not fall asleep in a meditation. So these are the gifts that you will get when you practice and you practice and you practice doing hypnosis.